The scorching flames of new relationship energy is starting to wane in your relationship. The sex life becomes dull and mundane. The quality of intimacy starts to fade away. And what do you do besides get frustrated and question what's happening in my relationship? My name is Tziporah, founder of the Soulful Relating Institute, intimacy and relationship alchemist, and today I'm here to talk to you about some of my favorite ways in order to keep the sexual connection and enthusiasm alive in relationships. But today I'm going to start with tip number one. One of my favorite ways, which might seem really odd for you, is actually staying tuned into myself. It's taking solo time. It's taking the time to fuel up and be turned on in my own body without expecting someone else to do it for me. Now that might be completely out in left field for you, especially when that need for intimacy and connection is so strong. I get it. But what starts to happen often in relationships, I don't know about for you, but I've noticed it in my life as well. We might get totally enthusiastic about being with someone that 100% of the focus, one pointed focus goes on them in the relationship itself. What starts to happen then, we start to feel drained and tired because we're literally pulling energy from this other person in order to fill you in those moments of wanting to feel turned on and alive. So come into your relationship already full. So in those moments that you notice that happening, I'm going to challenge you. I'm going to invite you to actually turn in the other direction and revisit the things in your life that excite you. For me, I need nature every day. I love to dance. I love erotic and exotic dancing. I love to have solo dates, hot baths, and maybe schedule a date with yourself that you're taking yourself out to a dance class and then coming home and pouring yourself a bath, lighting some candles, and creating a temple space, a space that you feel open and warm, and go into a self-pleasuring ritual where you're breathing and touching and exploring your own body, yet you know the next morning that your beloved or you have plans to sneak into each other's bed and to have a wonderful, juicy breakfast in bed. So that's my invitation to you today, to find one thing that juices you up, where you feel sexy and alive, and schedule to do it. Add the self-pleasuring in with that. Different from masturbation, I want you to take your time, create the space, burn the incense, light the candles, take a bath, breathe, and explore touching your whole body, not just goal-orientated touch. And then have that morning date where you or your beloved sneak into each other's bed to snuggle, have a beautiful breakfast, and a juicy, sexy connection. I look forward to hearing your feedback during this week about how this goes for you and what your experiences is like for you. You can email me at Tziporah@TziporahIntimacy.com. That's TZIPORAH @TziporahIntimacy.com. If you see this in a social media feed, please go ahead and plug in your comments below once you take on these practices. Next week, I will bring you tip number 2. Thank you so much. Namaste.